Am I starting this?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Noble Fitness. What we're going to discuss today is basically being over 40 and feeling like you can't get back into the gym, or feeling that you're too late to start doing resistance training and do weighted lifts. For those who don't know what resistance training is, to be fair, resistance training is with body weight as well, but basically it's resistance.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So yeah, there seems to be this notion out there that as soon as you hit like some arbitrary age, like 35, 40, something like that, that you start to lose muscle mass, that you lose strength and you can't get stronger, and that you're going to put weight on quicker and all of this stuff. And we feel like that it's like depressing and demotivating to people to go out and actually make a change in their life when they're hearing all these things, which we think is absolute shit, to be honest.
Total bullshit.
There is one sort of factor that we should really pay attention to, and that is that as we age, we do start to see a decline in lean muscle mass of about 0.5 to 1% per year in a sedentary lifestyle. So that is if you're not doing any activity, you're not doing any resistance training or anything like that. Which if you do is... Excuse her. Which if you do is can not only sort of prevent that outcome, but actually reverse it. Like, of course you can still build strength, of course you can still build muscle at any age. And you can also, by building muscle and building strength, increase your metabolic rate, which so increasing your metabolism,
which will then basically in turn make it easier to lose the weight, which is what a lot of people struggle with and mostly feel uncomfortable with going to the gym in the first place.
Exactly. So that helps with how your body efficiently uses the fuel that you're putting in it, which will slow down or make it harder for your body to gain bad weight or fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially. So there's like huge benefits that come with resistance training at any age, but especially over 35 or 40, when like some of the benefits you can see is not just increased lean muscle mass or an increased metabolic rate, but also a much decreased risk of injury and an increase in bone density as well. Like all of these things are so important, and that it's so simple.
And especially at that age, you do need to start thinking about the future as much as it's long term. You're thinking 80s that you'll start declining rapidly. Actually, it starts at 35, 40. So it's better to start doing your resistance training and thinking about working out and going to the gym, because it's not. There was actually a study that was done at Oklahoma State, I think it was, and it showed that a group of men, so it was men, unfortunately it wasn't any study for women, so I really don't know, but men of the age of 20 and men at the age of 40 did the exact same training program, and they gained the same amount of muscle. So it doesn't really matter if you're 20 or 40, you'll still gain the muscle exactly at the same rate as if you were 20. So
exactly, as long as you're eating good nutrition and you're working out well, which is the other thing that I wanted to say when it comes to all of this, like, you know, feeling like it's harder to build muscle or it's harder to get into the gym at an older age. Try and ignore all of that, because it's not true. And once you do get in the gym and you do get moving and you do get into a good program, the benefits are absolutely outstanding at any age.
Yeah, it's true.
But what we should consider is when you are doing, especially resistance training, is that, you know, we're not 20 anymore. We do need to make sure that we warm up properly.
That we're doing it correctly, correct technique.
And that we are focusing on form, because longevity is the key. We want to be able to do this and build our bodies and get healthier and fitter, and not go in there and just sort of pick up some weight without warming up and put our back out or something like that. So that is definitely something to consider. The other things to consider is like we are well aware that there's so many commitments, especially as we get older. Responsibilities get bigger and bigger. We have children, grandchildren. We have busy careers.
We've got a mortgage. We've
Mortgages,
got loans.
exactly. We don't have time. We've got to work, and we've got family commitments to go to, and things like that. But we can always find time. For a lot of us, it is a point of just stepping out of our comfort zones. And we just need to get up for half an hour or an hour, try and get to a gym, or just get outside, play with the kids in the garden, something like that, go for a run, cycle to and from work. Like all of these small little differences, you can get some movement, exercise, some resistance training in all over the place throughout your day.
Without having to give up loads of your time or change who you are. But it is worth bearing in mind that it comes to a point where it's not being bothered and it's not a priority, and your health is an absolute priority, especially like if you want to live, like we say, longevity is the key, and you want to live comfortably and look after yourself and be able to cook for yourself and be able to get up from sitting down, things like that, where you want to do it comfortably and not have to struggle. So
just getting into the gym, doing some sort of resistance training, just like twice a week, can I can't remember exactly what I'm trying to say, but
I feel like you just got lost staring at me. I was just like, what? Doing twice a week of resistance training can definitely help. That's all you need to know. It doesn't really matter if you can do, like they always say, some is better than none. So once, twice, whatever you can do. And bear in mind, resistance can also be, like we said before, body weight. So you could do squats at home, lunges, anything like that. Really.
Well, I've remembered what I was trying to say is that just going in twice a week, going to a gym, going for a run, riding your bike to and from work, something like that, playing with the kids, just these simple movements, just a couple times a week, can immediately start to reduce your risk of obesity, diabetes, your risk of sarcopenia, which is loss of muscle mass due to age. I mean, we all age.
Arteriosclerosis, is that the one?
I
think I've got it.
But
sorry.
These are all things that we all go through as we age, and they are all preventable. We can all live a much more comfortable and a much more lively life if we get up and move. That seems to be a little bit counterintuitive sometimes when we're sat on the couch after a really long day and you just don't want to move anywhere. You have no energy, but it's actually getting up and moving and going to the gym that is going to fill you, and over a long period of time as well, not just for the rest of that day, but that's what's going to give you the energy. Yeah,
that's true.
So I think that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, that's our message.
Some sort of message got across there.
Cool.
No more fitness, signing off. Cool.
Sign off. Done. Okay.
See you, Bye, puppy.
Bye, puppy. Bye-bye.